Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 here at Rawslowgaming, where we're trying to take Bath City Football Club to the top of the Premier League and beyond. Here we are in Verona National League, so quite the few league levels below Premier League, but we are slowly but surely working ourselves up towards the top. And this year we think that we have a decent chance, at least, to reach the playoff for getting promoted to Skybet League 2. Shouldn't be too hard, but we have been in a bit of a slump, so to say, these last couple of games before this episode. So as you see here, we are 16 in the league at the moment and have really dropped down from the real title winner, from being able at the moment to contend for the title. But we do have a match that could change that of sorts here, definitely, since the next match is against Chesterfield at home, who are second in the league. So a win here would definitely be very good for the confidence and for the league table as well. So we hope that we can do good here. And if you think my voice sounds a little bit different, it's actually because I'm pretty sick. But I'm quite alright. I don't get too bad when I'm sick actually, but I had like 40 degrees of fever Celsius this morning. So yeah, didn't feel too well then. Now it's only like 38, so I'm perfectly fine in that way to say. But yeah, we have the match coming up here very shortly, but before we get into that, remember to smash that like button if you enjoy the content. It's very much appreciated by me and by YouTube, so do that. And if you have any questions, thoughts, or anything like that, do leave a comment. I reply to everything, and the most informative and positive comment will get pinned, just so you know. And according to bookmakers here, we are quite clear underdogs against Chesterfield, but not too bad. And training last week at an average of 7.62, so that's pretty alright. And let's see if we have any clear improvers. Doesn't really look to be the case. I think it's actually maybe starting to be time to what happened there? Oh, you can compare players here or something. I've done that before. So let's criticize Akinola here, and we'll go towards the match. But before we do that, or while we do that, remember to hit that subscribe button as well, if you don't want to miss out on any of the daily content that we bring to you here at Rawslowgaming, with some raw and slow gaming footage. And yeah, sorry if you hear strange noises as well. That's my stomach actually. I don't know what's happening there. If you hear it or not, if you don't hear it, don't mind my commenting at all or anything like that. So let's see here, we have the correct team in the pitch, more or less. We should put in Oyebode instead of O'Connor, of course. But then we have a lot of players that are pretty darn tired, so we'll have to put in Tavares instead of Jordan, regrettably. And we should play other player instead of Haynes here. So Uglehumba will get his chance here for one match and one match only. I guess Chesterfield being a very strong team, so it's really a shame that we need to put in so many players that are not our top players. Charles being very tired as well, so we need to put in Stewart, and we will have to put in Gray instead of Iverson. So there we go. All players about 90% in condition, so it should be alright. Unfortunately, a lot of players not in 100% match sharpness, but Yeah, it is what it is when you have this very, very tight playing schedule. So as usual, we'll just go to kickoff and play straight away. We'll see here if we can't get to any nice highlights and do a good match here. So first highlight is 4 minutes in, and Chesterfield here with the ball in at the midfield, and passing it back and forth and doing a long ball up here on the left hand side, and he comes in and it's a goal for Chesterfield here, unfortunately. And let me guess, that was Tavares maybe that didn't do his job at all. So yeah, not the greatest of yeah, exactly, it's Tavares. What a lucky guess or something, or not. He's having so much trouble with the Tavares actually. It's almost ridiculous. And next highlight here in 6th minute, and Tavares again heading the ball straight to one of the player, and it's another goal here for Chesterfield, and the score now 0-2 for Bassett versus Chesterfield. And yeah, don't know what Tavares are doing at all. That were such a poor try to get the ball out or to pass the ball. You really should be having extremely low rating, even though it's only 9 minutes in. And next highlight here in the 9th minute, and we are finally seeming to get a chance, and it's a long ball up to Alloy versus the keeper, and we make a goal here for Bad City, so it's it's a reduction here. Now the scoreline 1-2. And we're actually seeming to have quite a lot of people on our stadium, which is pretty nice and not something we usually have. And Stuart here with a free kick, or free kick specialist. Unfortunately, he misses the goal there. So we actually seem to be dominating the game of sorts. Stuart with the corner here, and the ball out to Gray, and Stuart with a second chance to cross, passes into Bolton in the midfield. Bolton again to de Havilland and to Poncelli, and he shoots, and just wide of the top corner there. Yeah, so if we can continue this way, I don't think it should be too bad. We should have a pretty decent chance of at least getting a draw here, or even getting back to a win. Shouldn't be impossible at all. Not too much happening here for a long time until now in the 43rd minute. And a highlight, and it seems like we are able to play ourselves out from the danger there. And a long ball again up towards Adelaide. Adelaide versus the keeper, and he shoots over the bar there, unfortunately. And Tavares also getting a yellow card now. And closing in here on the end of the first half. And there we have it. So the scoreline after 1 half is 1-2 for Bassett versus Chesterfield. Shots 9-5, shots on target 3-4, and possession 61-39%. So overall, I feel like we've been doing decently well actually, other than the mistakes Tavares have done there in the beginning of the half, which were just ridiculous, really. So we'll say that we are very disappointed with him. We'll say that we are not happy with the performance of Bolton either. 6.3 or lower is my cut-off point, so to say, for me to criticize them. And we'll probably switch off Tavares pretty soon, but we'll see. We do have a highlight here in the 46th minute, and it's Newton, and it's a goal here for Chesterfield, unfortunately, and the scoreline 1-3. And I guess which player it was running with the player. It must have been Tavares. Must have been. And not getting there. Yeah, a shame, really. I think Tavares is number 19, or actually I can't really see that. Another highlight here in the 53rd minute. Glumba passing to De Havilland to Roars Gray, but it's intercepted there by the players, and Tavares doing yet again a very poor clearing there. And the ball back down to our keeper and putting it up towards Ponticelli here. And he loses that heading duel, unfortunately, and Chesterfield is coming here again and saved on the goal line there by our keeper. So Chesterfield definitely coming back here very strong in the second half. And a chance here for us maybe. And it's a shot and it's just over the bar there. Came from pretty much nowhere there. And yeah, we are not hitting the target at all as much as the opponents are. So actually we have a little bit of a poor bench as well. We should have switched the bench around a little bit more, definitely. But it is how it is here. So I think we'll actually put in Jordan instead, and also Oliver actually instead of Adloy. Adloy have been doing a pretty good match, but don't really want to put in any other players that are really tired from start, so to say, or that we switched out from starting the game. I don't really want to put them in as a sub instead. So that's why we're doing like that. And we do have a new highlight going on here in the 73rd, 74th minute, and it's Oyeboda here with the ball and passes to Stewart, and it's a long ball towards the keeper, and the keeper are very much first on that ball, waiting on the goal kick, and here it is. So the heading duel, Bolton winning that, but unfortunately heading straight to Chesterfield players, and again we are doing very bad headers straight into the opposition's end, and here is almost another goal by Chesterfield, but just outside the post there. And we are missing to do something here, definitely. We should be saying show some passion here, and maybe even demand more. So we are shouting show some passion here at least now, and better later than never. And the ball to Bolton here in the 80th minute, and the ball towards Gray, but misses Gray, getting a second chance, and passes to De Havilland to Ponticelli, and a long ball up towards Oliver. But no luck there, and the ball down to the keeper of Chesterfield, and here's the goal kick, straight to Akinola, passes to De Havilland, to Ponticelli, to Oyeboda here on the right hand side, and towards Oliver, but to no luck there either. And it's a counter-attack here for Chesterfield versus our keeper, and they shoot it well over the bar there. And the 81st minute, and a free kick from Chesterfield, and just saved there by our keeper. And yeah, we are definitely not having the greatest of game here, at least not in efficiency or in dangerous chances. We have been a little bit better in terms of shots, and definitely a lot better in terms of possession than Chesterfield, but not doing great enough. And here we had a corner, and the ball back to Stewart here to make a second crossing, passes to Bolton, and the ball back to Stewart again, passes into Oyeboda and to Bolton and to Oyeboda, and he getting dispossessed there, unfortunately. So I guess it will be another counter-attack here for Chesterfield, and the ball is in and headed just over the goal there. And unfortunately we get an injury here on Oyeboda, which is not something we like at all, since he's one of our key players for us to have a really good season. Hopefully it's not too bad at all, but yeah, we'll see. And we do have a highlight here in the 93rd minute, and it isn't over until they will have blown Iverson with the ball to De Havilland, and it's a goal for Bassett here, and we make another reduction to 2-3 for Bassett versus Chesterfield, and we'll still have 2 minutes to go, so it ain't over until the lady has sung, so to say. And don't get me wrong there, I'm not too good with those kinds of quotes, so to say, so yeah. Don't quote me on that, basically. Anyway, the final whistle should be here any second. We are over the overtime here, so should be the final whistle here any second. And yeah, this match didn't really go according to plan, but I'm not too unhappy still with it. I'm definitely unhappy with the performance of especially Tavares, and also I guess most of our defense did worse than they could, and Poncelli also could maybe do better if we're looking at the stats here. But yeah, it is how it is. Anyway, the final scoreline is a 2-3 for Bath City versus Chesterfield after full time. Shots 19-15, shots on target 7-8, and possession 60-40%. And yeah, as said, not too bad on some areas of the team, but our defense once again really too bad, I would say. And the matches keep being very tight here, but before that, after that match day, we are now 8th in the league, 10 points off from the league leaders Chesterfield. But they have one more game played than a few of the other teams here. And attending, they are 1,475 to the game, which is pretty good. And everybody out for only 1 to 2 days, so that's very good. Next game coming up is Darlington as an away team, or we will play as an away team, and we should really definitely win that game since they are 20th in the league. Should be very easy pickings, but yeah, you never quite know how the results are going to go. But yeah, we'll try our best, and hopefully we can get in better here in this match, and we'll take a look at the tactics as well. So we are playing with the right tactics, considering which player we are having on the field. That might be a reason that it didn't go too well in the last match. That we played with a pretty bad tactics, maybe, considering who we had on the pitch. Let's see here. Apparently, Halifax have offered John Parking a job as a manager. Yeah, we don't really want that at all. And we'll just go with the first option here. We'll just let him do his own decision then. Hopefully he will stay with us and no matter what, but I don't really want to be too pushy, and yeah, we'll see. No, we don't want to arrange extra time since we are playing away. It's always better to get a home match in as well, so that's the reasoning behind that, and getting a little bit of extra cash. Sure, the players will get really tired, but yeah, it's not too often you get a draw, and yeah, we should be alright. I just continue here, and we get some discussion or trouble from Sangster. Just a quick chat with him, and that were everything that we needed there, so no real trouble. Yeah, and it feels like this sort of took a long time between these matches, even though it was only 3 or 4 space between, and nothing special here according to the pre-match tactical advice. And according to the bookmakers, we are slight favorites only here in the game against Darlington. And apparently most of the round is played today on a Tuesday, and as you see, that have completed the round more here, and we are now down to 10th place in the league. And yeah, we are not really at the place that we want to be in the league, but hopefully we can turn things around here with a good result here against Darlington. And hopefully get some momentum going, because yeah, as I said, we are definitely lacking that for the last few matches. So just waiting here to get to pick our squad. Let's see here. Let's go to the match preview and the team selection then. So let's see here. So Bolton being very tired, and of course we want to put Tavares out, but we can't because Akinola is now tired, and Bolton will play Merch instead, and or left back. Where are you? Haynes. We're definitely playing instead of Oglumba. Everybody, yeah, you're not fit enough, so we'll play O'Connor. Stewart, yeah, we can play Charles instead, but we'll play Stewart instead of de Havilland, or actually we won't, they were pretty much on the same condition. And let's see, our left winger, Iverson, of course, can play instead. So that should be everything. So we're weaker in the defense here yet again. Hopefully they can keep it together here in this match. It is, or should be at least, a lot weaker opponents. So hopefully they can do all right. But we'll see here. As usual, we never quite know, but we'll cheer on our team as always here. So first highlight here in the 4th minute, Charles with a free kick and the ball to O'Connor, and it's the goal here for Bath City in the 4th minute, and a very healthy and nice start for Bath City here. Yeah, very poor clearing there by their players, or if it was one of our players that extended the ball, it was rather very good instead. And next highlight here in the 6th minute, the ball to de Havilland passes towards Adloy. Adloy playing it wide here to Iverson, and Iverson in with the ball towards Adloy, but missing there. And the ball to de Havilland, not really cleared enough, and to Charles and to Iverson here on the left hand side to de Havilland, to Charles, and a shot there, and we hit the post. Very nearly a new chance there. And you know what? I actually didn't look at the tactics here. So focus down through the middle. Yeah, but we should be playing a little bit narrow. And that should be alright. And another highlight here in the 10th minute for Darlington. Azara with a shot, and it's over the bar and wide there. And yeah, we are having quite some tired players, but they have even more tired players. And we are dominating the game in terms of shots and shots on target so far. And also starting to get a little bit of momentum in terms of possession. And another highlight here in the 33rd minute, O'Connor with the ball, but getting dispossessed there, unfortunately. And a counter-attack here from Darlington, I guess. And the ball here up on the left-hand side of the pitch. And the cross is in, and it's headed out. And Charles here now for Bath City, and maybe we can do a counter-attack instead. And the ball to O'Connor here on the right-hand side. And the cross is in, but straight to the hands of the keeper of Darlington. So not too much at all actually happening there, so this highlight is still coming here. So Darlington with the ball, and the cross is in here, and it's a goal for Darlington, unfortunately, and it's all equal now, 1-1 for Bassett versus Darlington. And yeah, not what we needed here, with not so much left until the end of the first half. A very nice goal there though, can't say too much about that, and yeah, our keeper maybe should been able to do a little bit better, but it was all right, but not too good, really. That's yeah, that's the real truth about it, so to say. And we should have only a minute or two now to the end of the first half here. So just waiting on the whistle here, and there we have it. So the scoreline after one half is 1-1 for Bassett versus Darlington. Shots 6-4, shots on target 2-2, and possession 57-43%. So a really good start of the first half, of course, but yeah, not too happy that we let one goal in the end of the first half. Looking at the ratings, our players are doing quite alright. So we'll probably do substitution on the 60-minute mark, and yeah, maybe we'll start shouting here actually to show some passion, because they really should be doing better, or even maybe demand more. Could be an option, so actually let's do demand more here as a shout. And we do have a highlight here in the 46 minutes or straight from kickoff that we are still waiting on. A very long ball there by Barrett, and the ball up to Ponticelli towards Adloy versus the keeper, and it's not a goal, but the rebound is, Iverson is there for the rebound, and it is a goal, even though it looked like the keeper would be able to keep it out. And the scoreline now 2-1 for Bassett versus Darlington. So very nice one-touch finish there by Iverson, and running great, and being able to pick up that loose bar, so to say. And highlight apparently straight away after that goal, and Darlington versus our keeper, totally free, but our keeper saves there, and it's out for a corner. And headed out by Charles there, and they still have the ball here just outside the penalty area. And finally the highlight is over, but another one starting here just straight after in the 49th minute, and looking to be a counter-attack for Darlington, but we managed to intercept the pass that they tried to do there. So it's O'Connor with a long ball, and it's Adloy versus the keeper again, and it shoots over the bar there, unfortunately. A little bit unlucky, and I guess our players were focused after our shout there. At least it seemed like that if we looked at their body language. And we do have a highlight here in the 58th minute. It would be very, very nice to extend the lead here by one goal. It would feel so much more secure. A shot there by Charles that were very much on a bend, but unfortunately no goal. So time for de Havilland to get a break here. And I think we'll actually take off Charles here as well. He haven't had his best game either, so that should be alright. Gray, yeah, he don't really are that good in any role as a central midfielder, but that is what he will play for now, for the rest of the match. So hopefully we can just keep this together. And we do have highlight here in the 79th minute. And Darlington with the ball, but we intercept the ball, and the ball to Jordan, to O'Connor, and to Gray here, and to Stewart, passes to Gray again, and out to the right hand side to O'Connor, passes towards Gray to Stewart, And what will he do? He passes to Gray, was a shocker. And to Adloy, and back down to Merch here on the defense. To Gray, to O'Connor, to Gray, to Merch, and to Gray, and to Merch, and to O'Connor, and to Merch. Very much back and forth here, and to Gray, to Merch. And finally the long ball up towards Adloy. Adloy crosses and into Stewart, and it's a goal here for Bassity. And the scoreline now 3-1 for Bassett versus Darlington. And finally a little bit of good luck or a good play from our team here. So very, very nice stuff there. But yeah, that passing back and forth almost was a little bit ridiculous. But alright, don't matter too much if it ends up with a goal in the end. And a corner here from Stewart, and a good chance there, and almost another goal. Unfortunately, it got deflected by their players. And Stewart again with another corner here in the 83rd minute. And the corner is long and saved there by the keeper and out for a throw-in. So it should be pretty secure here now. 5 minutes to go or so until the final whistle. And the final whistle should be here. It's only 10 seconds to go until full time, so with that chance not getting anywhere, the final whistle should be right here. And apparently, no, the throw-in doesn't count, or finish, so to say. So the scoreline after full time is 3-1 for Bassett versus Darlington. Shots 17-11, shots on target 67, and possession 59-41%. And yeah, happy with the lads' performance in this game. If they could play like this all matches, then we wouldn't have any problem whatsoever. So hopefully they can perform well again against Halifax in the next match here. So after that match day, you see the table is halting quite a bit, but anyway, that moved us up to 5th place and still 10 points off from the league leaders. Let's check out the stats here, or mail rather. We can't praise O'Connor, unfortunately. And let's see here. And Boston United taking a look at Charles, but that we already know, of course. Anyway, that will be everything for this episode, so remember to smash that like button, and if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.